How does a 5 feet 7 inches player even step foot on an NBA court? Meet Yuki Kawamura, the shortest NBA player today, who's defying the odds, facing NBA giants, and showing the world that heart can overcome height. But is his story one of triumph, or is it a rivalry against impossible odds? Stay tuned, because this is the ultimate battle of grit versus greatness. Yuki Kawamura was born in 2001 in Yamaguchi, Japan, a small town where basketball wasn't the most popular sport. Unlike most NBA stars, Yuki didn't grow up playing AAU tournaments or competing in American high school leagues. He stayed in Japan, where his passion for basketball started on local courts. And guess what? Even as a kid, Yuki was always the smallest player on the court. But size didn't matter to Yuki. He made up for it with incredible speed, creativity, and a basketball IQ that was years ahead of his peers. By the time he was in high school, Yuki was already turning heads. He led his team to back-to-back national championships, proving that even at 5 feet 7 inches, he could dominate. At just 16 years old, Yuki became one of the youngest players ever to join Japan's professional basketball league. Imagine being a teenager playing against grown men and still holding your own. That's exactly what Yuki did. His court vision, flashy passing, and leadership skills made him a standout player. His breakout moment came during the FIBA World Cup qualifiers, where he mesmerized fans with his no-look passes, clutch three-pointers, and fearless drives. It was here that people started calling him the Showtime Samurai. But Yuki wasn't just a showman, he was a leader. He carried Japan to historic victories and proved that he could compete with the best. Standing at just 5 feet 7 inches, Yuki Kawamura is more than a foot shorter than the average NBA player, who stands around 6 feet 7 inches. In a league where height is often the deciding factor, Yuki's journey is like David taking on Goliath every single game. His height means he has to work twice as hard to create opportunities and avoid getting blocked by taller defenders. But this isn't new for Yuki. He's faced this rivalry with height his entire life. Instead of being discouraged, he uses his size to his advantage. He's quicker, more agile, and can squeeze into spaces that taller players can't. It's like he's playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. Yuki's defining moment came during the 2023 FIBA World Cup, where he faced off against some of the best players in the world. No one gave Japan a chance against powerhouse teams like Finland, led by NBA star Lauri Markkanen. But Yuki had other plans. In one of the most clutch performances in FIBA history, Yuki scored 15 straight points in the fourth quarter to lead Japan to its first ever win over a European nation. He finished the game with 25 points, 15 of which came in crunch time. That wasn't just a win, it was a statement. Yuki proved that even against giants, he could rise above. Yuki's FIBA heroics caught the attention of NBA scouts, and he signed a preseason contract with the Memphis Grizzlies. At first, people thought it was just a publicity stunt. After all, how could a 5 feet 7 inches player survive in the world's toughest basketball league? But Yuki didn't just survive, he thrived. In preseason games, Yuki dazzled with his no-look passes, pick-and-roll mastery, and leadership. Against the Indiana Pacers, he racked up 10 points and 7 assists, including highlight reel plays that left the crowd in awe. The Grizzlies saw enough potential to upgrade his contract to a one-year NBA deal. This was a historic moment. Yuki became just the fourth Japanese player ever to make it to the NBA. But the NBA isn't easy, especially for a player like Yuki. While his passing is on par with some of the league's best point guards, his scoring has been a challenge. So far, he's averaging just 1 point per game and struggling to adjust to the NBA's extended three-point line and faster pace. Defensively, Yuki faces a tough rivalry every game. At 5 feet 7 inches, he's often guarding players a foot taller than him. But what he lacks in size, he makes up for with effort. He hustles, fights for every possession, and even dives for loose balls. It's this determination that's won over fans, even if the stats don't always show it. Yuki's story reminds many of legends like Muggsy Bogues and Spud Webb, who also defied the odds as shorter players in the NBA. Bogues, at 5 feet 3 inches, became one of the best passers in league history, while Webb shocked the world by winning the slam dunk contest at just 5 feet 7 inches. Like these legends, Yuki is showing that basketball isn't just about height, it's about heart, skill, and determination. But can he build a career that rivals these icons? Only time will tell. Yuki Kawamura's journey is far from over, but it's clear he's walking a challenging path. The NBA isn't just a league of giants in terms of height, it's also home to some of the most physically gifted and skilled athletes in the world. For Yuki to survive and thrive, he'll need to continue pushing boundaries and adapting his game. One of Yuki's biggest challenges has been scoring efficiently. While he's a world-class passer, his shooting percentages in the NBA have been underwhelming so far. However, there's hope. In international tournaments like the FIBA World Cup and the Olympics, Yuki showed he can knock down shots under pressure, especially from three-point range. If he can translate that consistency to the NBA, he could become a reliable offensive weapon. Yuki's quick first step and high basketball IQ make him a natural in the pick-and-roll game. But mastering this skill at the NBA level takes time. Players like Chris Paul and Steve Nash became legendary because they turned the pick-and-roll into an art form. Yuki has the potential to do the same if he continues building chemistry with his teammates and improving his decision-making in high-pressure situations. Despite his height disadvantage, Yuki has shown flashes of being a solid defender. He uses his quickness to stay in front of opposing guards and his instincts to disrupt passing lanes. To truly make his mark, he'll need to become a defensive pest, someone who frustrates opponents with relentless energy in smart positioning, much like Patrick Beverley or Jose Alvarado. Whether or not Yuki becomes a long-term NBA player, his impact is already being felt. For young players in Japan and around the world, Yuki is proof that dreams are achievable, no matter your size or background. His story is inspiring a new generation of basketball players who may not fit the traditional mold but have the talent and heart to succeed. While much of the focus is on Yuki's on-court performances, his lifestyle off the court is equally fascinating. Unlike many NBA stars who live in luxury mansions and drive expensive cars, Yuki keeps things simple. His humble roots in Japan have shaped his approach to life, and he often emphasizes hard work and gratitude over material possessions. Yuki remains deeply connected to his family and community in Japan. Whenever he's back home, he visits the courts where he first fell in love with basketball, inspiring the next generation of players. He's also incredibly engaged with his fans, frequently sharing moments from his journey on social media and thanking them for their support. One of Yuki's greatest achievements is putting Japanese basketball on the global map. He's become a symbol of pride for his country, showing that Japanese players can compete with the best in the world. His story resonates not just with basketball fans but with anyone who dreams of breaking barriers and achieving greatness. Yuki's story has parallels with Lionel Messi, one of the greatest football players of all time. Like Yuki, Messi faced doubts early in his career due to his size. Standing at just 5 feet 7 inches, Messi had to overcome physical disadvantages to dominate a sport where height and strength often give players an edge. Both athletes prove that skill, intelligence, and determination can overcome physical limitations. In some ways, Yuki Kawamura's impact on basketball could mirror Stephen Curry's. Just as Curry revolutionized the NBA with his three-point shooting, Yuki has the potential to redefine what it means to be a point guard in today's game. His creativity and vision could inspire teams to value playmaking and strategy over pure physical attributes. Yuki Kawamura's story is about much more than basketball. It's about believing in yourself when the odds are stacked against you. It's about proving that hard work, heart, and determination can take you places others said were impossible. At 5 feet 7 inches, Yuki has shown us that size doesn't matter as much as the size of your dreams, end quote. End quote. Thank you for watching this incredible story of resilience and determination. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Rich Rivalry for more amazing stories of rivalries, grit, and success. Until next time.